Nathan, how are you feeling, mate? How was the last 6 months or so been?
Great, mate. Boxing's going well, training hard as usual. Weight's coming down lovely for my fight now.
Before we talk about your upcoming fight, let's just look back on your last fight. I think it was your last fight. The last fight I watched then was your fight in Swansea. Have you boxed since then, I think, have you?
One at the Vale as well, where this one is. And in October as well. 1 hour as well. So I'm 6-0 at the moment.
And I got to say, you got to be one of the most exciting boxers on the Welsh scene at the moment in terms of up-and-coming guys. All your fights are always action-packed.
Yeah, I think that's just the way I like to box, to be honest. Like, I can box behind the jab a bit more at times I should, but I just like to throw a lot of shots. It's just the way I've always boxed. I like the high tempo.
And is that your intention when you go into the ring, or do you go into the ring looking to maybe use your jab a bit, box a bit, and then just the emotion takes over and then you go to war?
I think when I climb up the ladder a bit and I come against better people and I have to box, then I will box. But when I can get away with having a go, I like still go and have a go if I can.
Is that something you just enjoy doing, or are you just trying to put a performance on for the fans, or is it a bit of both?
It's a bit of both. Like I said, it's just naturally in me, I think. And like I said, like you said yourself, no one really wants to come watch a boring fight today.
And I don't know if your fans can remember, you were actually matched fairly tough in your opening contest. Like you were facing a guy with a winning record, which doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, so on my first fight I fought Lopez. I think he had 12 wins, 10 knockouts. So it was a tough first fight. This fight's similar now. So I think this one's had 10 wins, 8 knockouts. So 2 less. Everyone wants to see me in an exciting fight, so if they're going to come and have a go, like we just said, you might actually see me have to box for a bit if he's going to come and have a go. Or I might go after him and see what he's like.
So when you're standing in the middle of the ring having a war with somebody, what's Tony telling you when you come back to the corner?
Most of the time he's like, what are you doing that with him? You don't need to do that. But like I said, sometimes someone will catch you a good shot, you're like, oh, you're getting it now.
When I interviewed you after you boxed on the BBC Wales show back in, whatever it was, in summer, May I think it was, in the change room after the fight, I said to you, who do you want to box next? Can you remember that conversation?
Yeah. It's still the same person. I've ripped to the board now myself. Tony's ripped to the board. He knows KRISTIAN TOUZE. For the Welsh title, I'd like that fight. He's my weight. He's the Welsh title. He's had it since 2019. Haven't defended it or moved on. If he's going to move on, then move on and vacate it. And I'll fight somebody else for it. But, like, you can't just hold on to it from 2019.
And I believe your team has reached out to KRISTIAN to ask for the fight. And why hasn't the fight taken place, do you think?
I haven't been told the reason why he don't want to take the fight, but he's just not taking it. It got offered to him on the Swansea show, which he was there. Got offered to him then, and he didn't take it. And all he's doing by not vacating or not defending is just holding up my career, or anybody else who might want to fight for that title.
And has the board responded to your request for that title to be made vacant, or to force KRISTIAN to take the fight?
Tony's told me they'll let him know at the next board meeting what the outcome of that's going to be.
And you're a pressure fighter. Well, from what we've watched so far, you're a pressure fighter, it's exciting. KRISTIAN is more of a boxer, so on paper, that'll be a really good contest.
Yeah, like I said in my last one, if he wants to run for the war fights, I'll come, I'll take the middle of the ring and I'll let him run and I'll win that fight comfortably.
Do you rate KRISTIAN as a boxer?
Oh, he's a nice guy. Like I said, I've done some sparring with him before. He's a nice guy. Get on with him. I haven't got a bad word to say about him. It's just he's in my way and he's getting out the way.
What is your ambition in boxing? I mean, how far do you want to go? Obviously, you want to win a Welsh title. We've just been talking about it. But where's the limit for you?
I think I said this on my first ever interview with you. I think I said I'll go as far as I can go. We'll find out when I start taking some L's, but at the moment I ain't taking none.
And what's the fans' response been to your contest and to your interviews? I think I put a video of you on the pads with Tony. I think I was watched a couple of thousand times, which doesn't usually happen.
Yeah, so I got I really got a really good following. I can't thank them all enough. Actually, I think I always sell 100+ tickets, so I always get a lot of people there. People watching my videos at home. So the sport's great. I've never experienced sport like this before until I started boxing.
And what's it like for someone like yourself to get in a boxing ring, to all of a sudden have these hundreds, if not thousands of people cheering your name?
Oh, it's great, mate. It's one of the best feelings in the world. You come out when you're at the end of that fight and your hand gets raised and you see all your mates, your supporters, lifting and all cheering, going nuts. It's great, it is.
Okay, mate, have you any sponsors you'd like to thank or people you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, so I'd like to thank all my sponsors who support me throughout the year. There's just a couple of them. So there's FM Plastering, 100 Bullies, Out Bar and Grill, Phase 1 Traffic Management, Rare Airs UK, AJ Waste Removal, Darren Ace Paves, and KR Transport and Recovery, Artificial Grass South Wales, and Titan Coaching, who one of my newest sponsors, just jumped on board to do my nutrition and S&C. I'd like to thank all of them.
And can you just explain to viewers why having these sponsors is so important for your career?
Well, so if I didn't have sponsors supporting me throughout the fight, I wouldn't be able to afford things like my medical, stuff like that, my kits, gloves, head guard, gum shield, nutrition. I said I'd have to pay it all myself, so I'd basically be fighting for free if it wasn't for these people supporting me.
And here in St Joe's gym, it's packed full of talent. I mean, I asked one of the guys this question earlier, so it'll be interesting what you see. I mean, who's the toughest guy to spar in this gym, would you say?
Depends, innit? If you want to go for movement and add to it, you got to go with Jordan. He's class mover. But fitness-wise, and you've got to dig real deep when you get in there with him, and you know what's coming is Gavin. He works really hard.
And I'm sure sparring with guys like that just helps you improve and raise your game as well.
Well, yeah, like, look where Gavin's gone, so it can never be a bad thing sparring a British and Commonwealth champion, gonna. So it's only going to make me better.
And there's a big fight coming up this weekend, Eubank against Smith. What's your thoughts on that fight?
I'm gonna say I think Eubank will win. I do like Smith. I think he likes a bit of a slower pace, and Eubank will just hit him with clusters and move off.
And there's been quite a bit of banter, if you want to call it, or some of it quite personal between the two boxers. I mean, what's your thoughts on that? Do you think that'll affect either fighter's performance? Or is that just something for the fans for the press conference?
I don't know. We only know if that's personal. I'd be taking it personal after what he said about his wife. But yeah, I'd be taking it personal after that one. But I don't know.
Do you look forward to the times when you got these big press conferences, or maybe a show on S4C or BBC Wales, when you got yourself and whoever it may be on that press conference stage having a bit of banter going back and forth?
Yeah, I'd love to be able to go on a show like that where you can have press conferences and you have a little bit of back and forth. It's quality, it's great for the fans. I'd love that.
I think you'd be the type of guy who would enjoy it as well. You'd sort of relish that. Some boxers don't really like it. I think you would actually enjoy that.
Yeah, I think I've probably seen. I had a little bit of a back and forth with Dragone the other day on Facebook. I love that. Like, I'm quite argumentative as well. If someone says something, I like to have a go back.
And you mentioned Angelo. He previously fought for the super featherweight title, and he's coming back, even though he has said he's going to move up a weight. I mean, would a fight with Angelo be something you'd be interested in for the vacant title if Touze does vacate?
Yeah, so if Touze vacates, I'd happily fight Angelo for it. Like I said, we did have a bit of back and forth. It got a little bit aggressive, which it didn't need to, but I was just trying to get my point across. Like, listen, you've had your go, it's my go. So don't try and get in my way, basically. I might have been a bit harsh with my words, but that's all I meant. Right? I was just like, don't get in my way unless you're going to fight me for it. But like you just said, I'd happily do that. That's all I want.
And style-wise, yourself against Angelo would be a brilliant match. You'd be both aggressive fighters, you like to push forward.
Yeah, I just think, like I said, he's had his time now. I think if he'd come and have a go and stand in front of me, it won't end well for him.
So you'd be very confident of beating Angelo if that fight was to take place?
I'm confident of beating both of them, if I'm honest. Like I said, I know, well, we've had sparring, so you can ask him how sparring went, but I know how my sparring went with Touze. And I've seen Dragone box now. I know what he brings to the table. I know I bring more.
Okay, mate. I'll leave you go now and try and warm up. It's a little bit chilly in the gym here. It's been great to catch up with you, and I look forward to watching you fight for Welsh titles in the near future.